welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. For some of you who's going to join us a little later, we thank you so much for watching. So my name is Suriati Supani. Singaporean, have been living in Norway for, 12 years. So I have had the honor of meeting Rolf in one seminar. And what came across to me is, this is such a brilliant guy. And I told Rolf, you have got to get out there this brilliance that you have. There's so much that that can help us or help people out there who are high performers. Okay, so and Rolf has a very nice story to tell us in relation to being a high performer. So he is to me, he's really one of the top high performers that I know. Wait till you, he's becoming shy now. He is a very shy person.
Mm-hmm.
I was also, oh my God, so fast. It's been like a week already. Last Thursday, I was on Tony Robbins' UPW, Unleash the Power Within. And the crux of that whole retreat, 4-day event, is actually basically, in a nutshell, even though Tony Robbins did not put it that way, it is really about how to be a high performer, because he talks about setting big goals, huge goals, and he talks about raising your standards in terms of goals, raising your standards in terms of rituals. So that is the main the main gist of what we were doing. However, Tony Robbins also talked about there are a lot of people who are high performing. There are a lot of successful people who are not happy. And the reason why people are not happy, part of it is, I'm not gonna, Rolf is gonna talk a little bit more about it. Part of it, or the main reason why high performers are not happy, it has to do with their health. And we talk about the health, we're talking about physical health, mental health, and so on and so forth. And if some of you who have attended UPW, you know that the 4th day is the health day. Can you imagine? Like you have 3 days, 1 full day just to talk about health. So health is so important. So it's very much tied in with being a high performer, being successful. Right, Rolf?
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah.
So maybe go ahead and introduce yourself. So Rolf has a very powerful story, and this is the story that has formed a basis as to why he is making his mission. It's going to be your lifelong mission, right?
Yeah.
To go help people become more brilliant than they already are. Okay. Over to you, Rolf. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you, Suriati. Yeah, so my name is, hello everyone. My name is Rolf Loch. So now I am a happy, healthy, high performer who integrates science and arts into heart-centered mindset trainings. But it wasn't always like that. So in retrospect, I was a high performer, but I was not healthy nor happy. And I learned the hard way that pushing yourself over the limit and setting the bar too high is not sustainable. And so even from a young age, I was doing well at school and also university, and often had the highest grades, but it didn't come easy to me. I had to work hard for that and spend a lot of time and effort. And then I went to university where I chose to study applied physics, where then suddenly I was surrounded with students who also got the highest grades, but often for them it came easier, but then they didn't necessarily build the discipline, right? You need to be successful. And as a student I did well, and then my professor actually offered me a job as a PhD. Which was a very stressful period, to be honest, and I had to push myself over the limit as well. Then one of the committee members offered me a job as a postdoc researcher. Then later I had a job. I was hired as a laser scientist, but then I took many other tasks, and eventually I was then offered a job as a group leader, like a subgroup leader. And that was 5 years ago. So I was climbing slowly in the career. But then, and that was when I was 34. And then I totally crashed. I could not do anything anymore. So my health was in such a bad shape that I could no longer perform. So I was in so much pain and fatigue that I had to, in the beginning, I had to spend a lot of time in bed. Even holding a cup of tea in one hand was too painful. I could not do any computer work and not hold the photo camera or the guitar, which are two of my main passions. So I could also not even do my hobbies. And while I used to be like the fastest or second fastest runner, so also physically I was doing well before, then I could only walk like 5 to 10 minutes before the pain became too debilitating. And even climbing the stairs, like 3 steps, and then I had to take a break. But the thing is, this didn't come out of the blue. Already 15 years earlier, the first symptoms started. So at the beginning of university, end of high school. So the first symptoms about pain started, and like tinnitus, like ear ringing, sudden hair loss that freaked my mother out, and and then a lot of other, slowly over time, like there was also this weird thing about having very sharp pain in the middle of the brain, like a sword coming like into the brain, and then it was over. But that's like happens for about half a year or so, once a month, and then it also disappeared. And on scans, nothing was visible, but yeah.
How long was the pain each time it comes?
It was just like a few seconds or split seconds, actually. It was just really weird. I don't know what, but afterwards, I have the impression that then, things started to happen with my memory. So I had worse memory compared to my peers. That is in like experiences, because I still have a good memory for numbers. But if anything that I've been doing, experiencing, it was kind of started to lack. And so over time, all these different symptoms, they build up to more than 100 different symptoms that affected the whole body, basically every body system. And then, I've been to many different doctors, and I have a lot of respect to doctors. They're doing a great job, right? And though the thing is, they also don't really know what to do with this preclinical phase of disease. They're really good at like the end stage or acute stuff. And then they also don't have much time. So you go 5-10 minutes, and then you have a list of 100 symptoms. They just pick one which is in their area. So then based on that, you get a label. So then, it's like repetitive strain injury, irritable bowel syndrome, arthritis, fibromyalgia, which first they said it cannot be, and then they said, it is. So they're even confused themselves.